watching exclusive coverage of the 2016 NCAA Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships from Greensboro, North Carolina at the Greensboro Aquatic Center. I am Russell Kramer of the North Coast Athletic Conference. Day one is in the books, and it was a successful day for NCAC swimmers and divers as the conference produced 18 All-American swims, including 2 individual national championships, 3 All-American dives, 9 honorable mention All-American swims, and 4 relay squads that earned All-American honors. Let's get to the highlights. In the first event of the evening, the men's 500 freestyle, Kenyan junior Arthur Conover hit the wall in 4:22.69 to take home second place for the second consecutive year. Conover was joined on the podium by Denison sophomore Stuart Holm, who earned his 4th All-American honor of his career as he finished 7th with a time of 4:28.86. Holm, who finished 9th in the event as a freshman, improved in his second national meet. In the women's 500-yard freestyle, Kenyan freshman Marisol Arce touched the wall in 4:48.52 to win her first national championship. Arce marked the first time since 2007 that the ladies would take home a national championship in the event. The podium was packed with NCAC student athletes as Denison junior Campbell Costley notched her 3rd consecutive top 8 national performance in the 500 free, finishing 3rd in a time of 4:51.36. DePaul junior Angela Newland finished 4th for her second career All-American swim in the 500, touching the wall in 4:52.30, while Denison senior Taylor Johns collected her 10th All-American honor with a 6th place finish in 4:53.54. And finally, Kenyan senior Mariah Williamson earned her 4th consecutive All-American honor in the 500 free, finishing 8th in 4:54.59. After her championship race, I had a chance to catch up with Kenyan's Marisol Arce, and she talked about her outstanding performance. An unbelievable race. You jumped out, and you looked really smooth early on, and kind of felt like you were in control, and then there was a serious battle over that last 200, 150. Just take me through it. What was your plan heading into the final, and how were you able to successfully execute it?
Well, diving in, I felt really well, and then just most of it until the last 100, I got really scared because she got me on a turn. I kind of messed up my turn there, so that's why she got me. But I really had to fight that last 25. I was all out sprinting by the end.
For you in your freshman season, certainly this is your first experience at the national level. What's it been like so far? And for you to touch the wall and win your first ever individual national championship, it had to be a pretty special feeling.
Definitely. It was really crazy. I mean, I just wanted to go under 450. I wasn't thinking I was going to touch out that Emory girl, but I mean, the atmosphere is definitely a lot different than conference, and I think that helped me. Even though conference is really exciting, there's a little bit more pressure, I think, and that kind of edged me forward, I think.
You helped the ladies get off to such a great start here to open up the 2016 NCAA championships. You swim in a program that obviously has such great tradition, but you're the first lady to win this event since 2007. Just speak to what it means to represent Kenyan in that way and to be the first one to win this event in that time.
Wow, I just feel really special. I mean, I don't think it was really about winning, but just even having 4 girls in the final session today was really big, and I didn't know that there was no one winning that until 2020.
For the second individual NCAC national championship, it came in the men's 200 IM as Denison junior Jack Lindell won his first ever national title, hitting the wall in 1:46 flat. Lindell, who broke the national record in prelims, returned to finals and dropped his time by 0.07 of a second for the win. Lindell was the second big red swimmer to win the 2IM and the first since 1999. Kenyan junior Ian Reardon turned in his best career finish, earning his 7th All-American accolade, finishing 3rd in 1:47.32, while teammate and classmate Trevor Manns finished 4th in 1:48.70. For Manns, it was his 13th All-American swim and 2nd straight in the 2IM. Finally, Denison senior Joe Brunk finished 6th in a time of 1:50.63. Afterwards, I had a chance to catch up with Jack Lindell and ask him about his championship swim. You came in this morning and you swam incredible. You set a new NCAA record at prelims. You had a lot to live up to coming to the finals. What was your thought process heading this finals? You were able to top it. Just an incredible day for you. What are your feelings?
That was the most nervous I've ever been going into a race. I knew those guys next to me were going to be gunning for me. They were not going to make it easy. And I knew I had to bring everything even more than I did this morning, which I think worked out well.
For you talk about the nerves, but when you look up there, for the top 5 prelim finalists were guys from the NCAC conference, the conference that you swim with, and a conference that you won this event at the conference championship. Did that at all give you a little extra confidence knowing that you had been there before, or is it just totally different at the national level?
The national level is completely different. Conference, it was great. It was at Denison this year. It was in front of our home crowd, but this is a whole different beast. You just got to be ready for everything and bring your A game.
It's been an incredible junior year for you to this point. Your first now national championship. Second ever Denison Big Red swimmer to win this event, and first since 1999. Just what does it mean to represent the Big Red and for you to win your first national title?
It's amazing. I do this for the guys. I don't do this just for myself. I do this for them, and so to be able to just uphold that tradition is amazing.
In the women's 200 IM, Kenyon senior Katie Kessner touched the wall in 2:04.28 to finish 7th and pick up her 15th All-American honor and her best career finish in the 2 IM. Ladies sophomore Julia Wilson, who finished 27th in the event as a freshman, continued her impressive second season to hit the wall in 2:04.82 and claim 8th and her 3rd All-American certificate. The final individual event of the evening was the 50 freestyle. In the men's final, Kenyon senior Ryan Funk was the NCAC's top finisher in the event after claiming a 4th place finish in 2023, bettering his 13th place finish in the event last winter and earned his 8th All-American honor. DePaul senior Blake Lehman joined Funk to earn All-American honors, finishing 8th in a time of 20:52. For Lehman, the 50 free marked the 13th time in his career to earn All-American recognition. In the women's final, Denison junior Carolyn Kane notched her 3rd straight All-American performance in the event and 13th overall, placing 3rd with her top time of the season, 22:90. Kenyon senior Hannah Lobb, who finished 20th in the 50 free a year ago, claimed 5th for her 2nd best individual performance at the national meet in a time of 23:20. And ladies junior Jenner McLeod recorded her best ever individual finish at the national meet, touching the wall in 23:60 to finish 8th. At the conclusion of the 50 free, the crowd turned its attention to the diving well as the men's 3-meter board was up for grabs. The Big Red men's squad from Denison University went 2, 3, and 4 and contributed 48 total points as senior Ben Lewis was the team's top finisher, followed by junior Brian Allen and Max Levy. For Lewis, it was his 6th All-American performance on the boards, while Allen earned his 3rd and Levy his 5th. The final event of day 1 was the 200 medley relay. In the men's race, the Kenyon Lords took home 2nd place with a time of 1:28.81, while the Big Red of Denison hit the wall in 1:29.37 to finish 5th. On the women's side, Denison claimed 2nd with a time of 1:41.94, followed by Kenyon, who finished 3rd in a time of 1:42.48. That will wrap up the highlights from the first day of action at the 2016 Division III NCAA Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships. Let's take a look at the scores and see where the NCAC squads line up after the first full day. On the men's side, it's the Big Red of Denison who sit in first through 5 events with 131 total points, followed by Kenyon in 2nd with 117.5 points. DePaul is currently in 17th with 14 points after the first full day of competition. As for the women, Emory leads through 4 events with 127 total points, followed closely by Kenyon in 2nd with 119 points, and Denison sits in 3rd, totaling 79 points. DePaul is currently tied for 14th with 15 total points heading into day 2. That will wrap up our full day of exclusive coverage from the first day here at the 2016 Division III NCAA Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Competitions. Be sure to log on to our website, www.northcoast.org, for all the latest conference news and updates, as well as follow us on Twitter at NCAC and Instagram as well at NCAC for behind-the-scenes exclusive coverage from here at the National Swimming and Diving Championships. Again, I am Russell Kramer of the NCAC office. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage, and thank you so much for watching.